biohazard too.
Me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, in the end will be the only one for me is you.
Something's gone wrong in the happy-go-lucky world of Nintendo. Introducing Super Smash Bros., where all your favorite characters go toe-to-toe in one 4-player star-studded slam fest, only on Nintendo 64.
Okay. Hello. Good morning, everyone. Are y'all doing this fine morning? January 21st, 2026. Let's go. And hopefully you also, I tried something new. Had a little for the little intro. Although I don't know if maybe I should now put that at a different point. I was kind of second guessing it, which was the games that came out today for this year. Or for previous years, sorry. On this day, the games that came out, I still need to drink more of my coffee. And so yeah, I was thinking of it as an intro, or maybe as a kind of mid segment. Maybe might work pretty well. But hey, either in the chat or in the comments if you're watching on a replay, let me know your thoughts. But yeah, so it was Resident Evil 2. I remember that game I first got to play over at a buddy's house. He'd gotten the PlayStation, and I think they'd rented, and he'd just gotten the PlayStation 1. And we just played the shit out of it. Anytime we died, we handed the controller off to the next person. So much fun. So much fun. And of course, then Super Smash Brothers, 1999. What a time. Never a birthday party we weren't playing that. Beating the crap out of each other. Such a blast. Such a blast. And I caused devastation and havoc with Pikachu, because let's face it, that little rat was broken as hell in that first Smash Brothers game. At least it felt that way. Especially like for his ability to zip back anytime he fell almost felt like cheating, but it was great. So yeah, so let me know if you want that more in a mid segment or something like that. I thought it works as an intro just to kind of get things started off. But yeah, hope everyone's doing well. We had first in the chat, but I can't bring it up right now because it's on the before everything started. But Nightmare, thank you, sir, saying have a good stream, buddy. Thank you, dude. Thank you. And we have Decrepit already in the, oh god dang, I gotta make it. Okay, where is it? Social Stream Ninja. There we go. But yeah, there we goes. Decrepit with a morning fractured filter. Morning to you, Decrepit. Hope you're doing well today. It's a nice fine morning for me. Nice cool out and all that jazz. Okay, so like I said, Super Nintendo Entertainment System. That's kind of the first little topic that I have situated out. And in a funny sense, kind of like with Star Wars, I really dived into it with the expanded universe content, especially when it came to like Shadows of the Empire, Dark Forces 2, and all that great stuff. I'd say the Super Nintendo is probably where the passion of gaming really kicked off. Like, yeah, I'd gotten the Nintendo Entertainment System. I got a lot of fun. I remember playing in the arcades, but man, something about the Super Nintendo really just kicked everything off. And the funny thing too is I remember is that, and I don't know what I wish I had asked my mom about it and everything, but what the arrangement was and all that, how they worked it out, because I remember we got the system for us, and then even my grandparents got a Super Nintendo, and they were kind of usually generally against these things, but they had one at their house, and then we had ours, of course. So then, like, anytime we were over there, we could bring our games and still play our games and all that sort of stuff. So that was definitely something that always stuck out in my mind. And also, one time where we stayed over there for a while, and they had the Super Nintendo, what was it, Vegas Stakes, which was just basically a Vegas simulator with a bunch of those sort of games, like virtual poker and stuff like that. I think it was called Vegas Stakes. Yeah, okay, here we go. Hang on, let me see if I can get a good page for it to bring it up. Now let's bring up I just got the Wikipedia page really quick. Oh no, where did my background go? Oh. Wrong room. There we go. Oh no, where's my little I need my coffee mug. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Oh, and we gotta get the music back going. I don't know which one to turn off here. Yeah, let's go with that. Hopefully everything is sounding good for everybody. But yeah, Vegas Stakes. I remember we played I don't know what it was too. Like my brother and I, we just kind of got into playing the shit out of this freaking game. The Vegas Stakes, also known as Las Vegas Dream in Japan. 1993 gambling video game developed by HAL Laboratory and published by Nintendo for a Super Nintendo Entertainment System. It was released in North America in April 1993. But yeah, it's just in the Super SNES version, the player can choose to play either a single player or multiplayer game. Multiplayer mode is not included in the Game Boy version. In the single player game, a computerized friend accompanies the player around various casinos. In multiplayer game, poker cannot be played since everyone could see everyone else's cards. Beginning of the single-player game, a car is seen driven to Las Vegas. The various friends of the player are introduced as Cliff, Maria, Isabel, and Richard. All are eager to begin gambling. The friends are not present in the Game Boy version. But yeah, I remember just like I said, one time just we were over there and my brother and I spent a stupid amount of time, even though we didn't know how to really to play the games. But yeah. That was fun, and then it was just a kickoff from there, man. Super Metroid, Super Mario World, the Super Star Wars games, which were just mind-bogglingly difficult, and it's where instead of the reliance on quarters, it was the reliance on re-renting the game, sort of stuff. That was then kind of the gimmick to push for that sort of stuff. And I know it was like this was like where I hadn't gotten into RPGs yet. I'd say that probably came a little bit later when I got to like the PlayStation and stuff. But man, like A Link to the Past as well. And it was a fun, oh Jesus, Mortal Kombat 2 was a gem. Mortal Kombat 1, which is still the superior version, don't care what you say, has the best look, best sound. Granted, the blood is missing, but who cared? I still enjoyed the hell out of it. But this was definitely where, like, at least for me, where it's like, okay, why would I need to go and spend quarters in an arcade when I've got this console? And probably was like, and I remember the funny thing was, he was like, I remember for the Super Nintendo was like how even on television shows, it got some marketing. But I especially remember it, and I think it was what definitely got my attention was we used to watch the show Roseanne, and they were basically like almost in a weird way almost promoting it and stuff too, as I recall, and they were showing off Super Mario World, and I'm like, holy crap, I can't, like, this is it, let's go. And I just remember being the hype was real as a kid, man. I remember I just remember that passion, that excitement for something coming about, and I was just waiting and wondering when we were gonna get such a system, you know. And lo and behold, we did. I don't remember if it was for Christmas or for a birthday or something. I just remember getting it. Whoa, Slosh! Donation! Oh, I gotta put that stuff on here. God dang. Slosh! Thank you, dude! Whoa! I gotta add that onto the I think that's alerts. Do I have alerts already on here? Why not? Because it's the camera, and I don't think to put. Oh my god, dude. Where can I see? I'm new to Ko-Fi, so your payments in order. There we go. There we go. Say okay. Slosh saying good morning. It's too early. Anyway, here's $5, bro. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Slosh. That is awesome. Thank you, man. Thank you, brother. There we go. I can show the donation. Much appreciated, brother. Thank you. What the fuck was I saying now? Oh God, thank you, man. Decrepit saying, I never owned a Super Nintendo myself. First Nintendo console I played was the NES. Then parents got rid of it, and we got the GameCube years later. The Rogue Squadron games were my favorites, then Lego Star Wars. Nice, nice. And I'll get to that. And again, that's definitely where the love-hate relationship for me and what you call it? And Nintendo. Blah, my brain blanked for a second there. Where my love-hate relationship for Nintendo kicked off, and mostly kind of a hate relationship. Not hate. Hate's just such a strong word, but it's just more of just like it became very irritated and we had to take a break. Okay, folks, we had to take a break. But anyway, Super Nintendo, good time. Loved the system to death. Still love playing any of the old games. And I wish I'd gotten to them at the beginning, but I did eventually, like on emulators and stuff like that, go back and play, especially the RPGs that I missed. And that's, like Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy 3 or 6, depending on what, you're looking at. Earthbound. Those were definitely some of the ones that I missed. Although a buddy of mine, I remember renting, I think, or bringing over Earthbound, and I saw him play it. But man, the hours sunk into things like Super Metroid, especially. My brother definitely is like he's loved that series for a long time. And I love the Super Mario World, and everything like that. And it's funny because I don't remember beating a whole lot of the games other than Super Mario World. And I think that was kind of even the fun. Like, there wasn't a strong determination to beat them. It was just fun to play them again and again and again. So, yeah. Super Nintendo, and I don't have as many crazy, as many stories as I did with, the NES. I wish I did. But I just the love and time on it, man, was just a blast. Like I said, that's where it really kicked off for just loving to play video games so much. And even, and although there was the battle between Sega and Super Nintendo, or Nintendo in general, the funny thing was like, even though it was there, I mainly like had more of a rivalry of Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter, and I was Mortal Kombat all the way. I'm like, you got fatalities, you can do it, you got the blood. Why would you need Street Fighter? Screw that game. And I remember one of the commercials too, where, except it was like, I think it was for Street Fighter. Blanca's hand rips out from back, grabs the Mortal Kombat case and rips it up or whatever. I'm like, that sort of competition was so much fun. But like, it was, I had friends that had the Sega Genesis and we had the Super Nintendos and stuff like that. And like, no, I don't remember the strong rivalry as it's become now for people, especially online. And I guess maybe it's just the online verse of it all. But it was just like, we were all chill. We were all having fun. I enjoyed playing some of the games on the Sega. I remember playing Sonic and enjoying that, although I'm terrible at those games and I've never really gotten far in them. But I also loved how we had Jurassic Park. The Jurassic Park game on the Super Nintendo is so awesome. I love it. Such a comfy soundtrack too. It's so perfect. And then the top-down style for the ISO, I guess it's like isometric style play and everything. My brother and I enjoyed the heck out of that. And we again never beat the game, but we just enjoyed firing it up, starting a new game, playing and having fun. And then I also enjoyed I love the Sega version for the fact that you could play as a velociraptor and attack things and eat people and stuff like that. I was like, hell yeah, let's go. And I remember even a friend of mine later on had the 32X, the little booster. And I remember him having Doom, and I remember playing Doom over there after, getting introduced to that on PC at my uncle's house. And that's the story for another time. But man, just that. Oh, what a time. What a time. And how long did this, that's the question now. How long did it go for? Let's see. Super Nintendo. Hang on. How long did this SNES last? So the Super Nintendo Entertainment System lifespan was commercially sold consoles stretched roughly 10 to 13 years, 1990 to 2003 globally, but its actually functional life can be much longer with but then let's see. So it was launched 1990. Let's see. Then when was the game N64 released? 97. Oh, 96, 97 in between there. But yeah, 96 was when the N64 came out. That'll be for next week. But I remember that as well. But I mean, I remember having a good, it felt like, as a kid, it felt like so much time that you got with that console. And maybe it's just the kid brain. It's like everything felt like it took forever because you had school and whatnot. And you just had the weekends to play games. But just stuff like that. I just remember having so much time with it. And like I said, so much fun. So many stuff played. It was a great time. Lord Slosh said, all good. You deserve it, man. Well, I appreciate it, dude. Decrepit said, Sega Saturn, I had that. Virtual Cop, Virtual Fighter 2. Shit was epic. Nice. I didn't get into Virtual Fighter until much later. I forgot which one it was, but I remember enjoying it. Technical as hell, but fun. Lord Slosh says, there was a healthy rivalry in my circles between Sega and Nintendo. It's very nice. Like I said, it was fun, though. Like, it didn't seem as so spastic and weird as some of the console wars that go on now. Like, it just felt maybe more like like you say, a healthy rivalry. Like there's a little healthier and a little more fun, and probably because we didn't have the internet, we were all face to face. So you know, if you got a little too out of line, your friends would correct you right then and there on the spot. And then he says, I think James played Doom on the 32X roulette. Oh, man, I maybe he did. Like I said, I remember it, and I just remember playing it. I don't remember everything about it. I just remember playing it and just like, holy crap, they've got. And I remember playing Doom on the Super Nintendo as well. That was probably where I got the most time with it, because I remember wanting my uncle's PC back then, because he was going to give it away, but he gave it to our aunt and gave it to his sister instead. And I remember being so bummed and so disappointed, because I really wanted his computer, especially just to play Doom. I'm like, no, my PC Master Race status is going to start it much sooner. But it was not the case. It was not the case. That comes much later in time. But yeah. Slush says, I joked he's going to play it on every console it's been ported to before it's all said and done. Dude, that at this point, the Doom has been ported to so many things. It's insanely ridiculous. Okay, yeah, 96. Mario 64 was a launch title. And again, like I said, I'll talk about it next week, but that wasn't even the first game I got for the N64. That I love the story. Decrepit says, I have a Sega Genesis emulator. Oh yeah, I've got them all. I got all the emulators, all the best emulators. I got them all set up when I want to play and have a blast. But man, it's fun going back and just firing anything up from that era and all that. Just a blast. Slosh says, I remember SNES Doom. Yeah. It was a red cart. That was so cool. I think they did that. They also Killer Instinct on the Super Nintendo. It was a black cart for that. And I don't know how many other games they did the cart being a different color, but I remember Doom with the red and Killer Instinct with the black. And I still have both of those. I'd have to dig them out. Decrepit says, console wars are over in my opinion. Halo on PlayStation is a day I didn't think I'd see, but here we are. I'm going PC route. I'm done with the console companies shafting us for remakes and remasters every gen. Brother, I hear you. It's a sad thing, because I mean, like it was the early, from the 90s, probably this early 2000s was such a peak time for gaming. It was so peak, and it was so great. It was so much fun. But you know what? This is kind of the fun with this. We're getting to kind of remember, go back, and have some fun in our own ways. Slosh says, Maximum Carnage was Red 2. Yes, you are correct, sir. Love that game. A lot of fun. That was, I think, one of the games that started it for my brother and I to enjoy co-op games, especially. We mainly got through the sequel, Separation Anxiety. Played the hell out of that game as well, and I think we've beaten it, if I remember correctly. I don't. God, now I'm wondering, because I remember we played the hell out of that game too. Decrepit says Maximum Carnage is my favorite game from that console. It was a great time. And it says, I'm hyped to build a PC. I want all the Star Wars games with mods. Can't wait. Let's go. Okay, so and you know what? Speaking of the Super Nintendo, or I guess not the Super Nintendo, but I guess just speaking of Nintendo in general, and speaking of mods, this first thing I want to bring up was something mentioned in the Melee Games gaming news section, thanks to Lighthaven, aka Sergey, and I was like, oh, this sounds interesting. And of all places, who'd have thought freaking Screen Rant had this one? But yeah, so Zelda Sands of Time is the Ocarina sequel I never expected. And just as the heads up here is that it's a ROM hack. It's a ROM hack for Ocarina of Time, which ROM hacks are fantastic ways of also getting a little bit more life out of a game. I've especially loved how also now like they have ROM hacks for Breath of Fire 2 to expand the naming and also get a proper translation. And that's the thing that I love, is that like it was in the 90s for a lot of old RPGs coming over from Japan and stuff like that. Look, the translations were not great, and before, especially the insidious nature of localizations, there was a little more, just a slight bit of more honesty. There's still some censorship going on, even then for the quote localizations or translations when they came over here. But you could say that it was a little more transparent with some of it. Anyway, ROM hacks is a very cool thing. Passionate groups getting together to either, like this in this instance, make a unknown sequel. So as the article starts out, before we get into this, let's be clear. I know Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I'm also making sure that the music is just not too loud. I don't want it overpowering. Already has as a sequel. It's called Majora's Mask, and it's one of the greatest games of all time. I'm not trying to erase Majora's Mask, and I'm certainly not trying to disrespect Link's adventures in Termina. With that out of the way, let's talk about a little game called Legend of Zelda Sands of Time. If that doesn't sound familiar to you, I'm not surprised. While this is a sequel, one of the most critically acclaimed video games ever, it's also completely unofficial, which in many ways actually makes it more impressive. There's one of the screenshots from, and I've got the page for it, and I can drop the link in the chat for in just a moment for the main website, because it took me a moment to look through this to find it too. It kind of annoyed me. They didn't make it very clear in the article. Legend of Zelda Sands of Time is a ROM hack of Ocarina of Time that throws in so many new ideas and mechanics that it's a completely new game. As is typical for most fan games, this one is a pretty dark plot. It appears to take place in the Downfall timeline, which is the reality in which Ganon kills Link in Ocarina of Time and takes over Hyrule completely. The synopsis reads, long after the events of the Dark Age, when the evil King Ganon ruled over the kingdom of Hyrule, who died of old age, a young adventurer and fairy rose up in the hope of gaining wealth and the power that Ganon once held to live a life that suited their own interests. As far as ROM hacks go, this one is pretty packed with features, including completely new story, brand new world to explore with its own unique dungeons, a new set of items and bosses to defeat, a new soundtrack. Oh, impressive. A much greater challenge than Ocarina of Time. I think Ocarina of Time had a good balance. Although that water temple could jump off a ledge, unless you played the 3DS version. The 3DS version I remember being a lot better to navigate. So you get what you pay for, which is to say, remember, this isn't official. Obviously, because this isn't an official Nintendo game and is the passion project of a few dedicated fans, it's a little rough around the edges. I don't say this to slam the people who worked on it, to be clear. They should be very proud of what they made. Certainly, most of the reviews for the hack are glowing. One quote, I'll read the reviews in just a moment, because I will go to the main page. So if you're a hardcore fan of The Legend of Zelda, looking for something new to play, however, you could do a lot worse than Sands of Time. So then we'll take you on over to this. Like I said, I'll drop the link in the chat for anybody that's interested. Bada boom. Really quick here, Lord Slosha says, SNES and GameCube were my tops. I played a lot of 64, but have fonder memories of the SNES and GameCube. Decrepit says, Shadows of the Empire, though. I haven't attempted, but fans say it's very difficult. Yes. The controls are very floaty, so be warned. Otherwise, like, the soundtrack, phenomenal. Let me move that up a bit. Soundtrack is phenomenal. Game is overall just a blast. I enjoy it, but yes, the game controls are a little clunky for the time. But still, it's a fun time. Have fun. Don't play it on PC, though, because that's even more difficult to try and set up the controls. I'm waiting for, like, I hate to say it, I hope Night Dive does do a port of that, or a re-release, a remaster, because they actually clean up controls, or Aspire. But yeah, play the N64 version. Music sounds good. Fantastic. All right, so I dropped the link in the chat for anybody that's interested, and if I clip this, I'll also put it in the description. But yes, here we go. We have it on here. And that's kind of, we just got the same description right there, but this at least has a little more of the screenshots on here. We get to see some of the new, he's even got a new shield. Can use the boomerang as an adult. Oh wait, did he? No. I forget. My brain is completely ditched. Otherwise, here we go. It looks like, is that a pile of Hyrulean shields there? Oh god. Mining facility. Well, I do gotta say, I mean, oh, those character models back then were not glorious. Not glorious at all. The demons here are said to eat puppies. Please help. Okay, the new map. Current position, Steel Town, Gerudo Domain. Okay, cool. Well, this is definitely going to be a game I'm going to be looking at and wanting to try out for sure at some point. But yes, so not all glowing reviews. Ambitious, but doesn't work on console. It's clear that a lot of work went into this ROM hack, and the beginning of it is fun to play. However, you soon reach blue blocks that are you're supposed to remove by playing a song. This does not work on console, making it impossible to proceed. Aside from that, I also ran into a crash when I paused the game, and the magic meter is mostly cut off at the edge of the screen. All these problems make it clear that the hack was never tested on console. That's interesting. I never thought of people making it to putting it to console. I wonder. Oh wait, there are like virtual consoles and stuff like that that can do that sort of stuff. So okay, that's probably it. That's interesting. Awesome Zelda ROM hack. I played the game with the version 1.22. This is an awesome ROM hack that's definitely worth playing. There is some room for improvement. The creator of the ROM hack did an amazing job with the level design and writing. The game also provides a fair and not overly difficult challenge. If you're interested in playing a Zelda ROM hack, you should definitely check this one out. Amazing hack, absolutely worth playing. The effort that went into this is astounding. Music is great, setting is awesome, dungeon design is mind-bogglingly complex, writing is witty and fun. This is a true Downfall timeline sequel. Just don't switch items while using a bottle. Well, that's good to know. Good to know. I probably should have looked to see, but I started thinking about it just now. I was like, oh, I probably should have checked this. Let's see where does this go? Or is this going to be a download link? Oh, this takes me right back. I probably should have checked to see if there was if they actually made like a little trailer or something for it. In fact, let me check that really quick. Decrepit says, Shadows of the Empire soundtrack is great. Yes, I have it on vinyl. Ooh, very cool. Yeah, a lot of times, I mean, for the most of the soundtrack, they reuse tracks from the movies, which, I mean, I think is a perfect way to go. And then just they created some new ones, and it was amazing. Why am I forgetting? Like Shizor's theme and everything like that, just phenomenal. Lord Slash says looks cool. Yeah, I gotta say I'm interested to check this out, see what they've done with it all. Let me see if there is really quick. If there is a little trailer that we can play for it. Just out of curiosity. No, it's looking like we got long playthroughs. Oh, what? Okay, that might be something for next week. I'll make a note of. Let's see. No, it's just like I said, a lot of long playthroughs and stuff like that. So, unfortunately, nothing for this. Bummer. But regardless, looks cool. I look forward to checking this out at some point in time. I got some games that I got to get through first, but I look forward to it. Okay. Let me just, I'm just going to make a note here, just to have that saved for next week. Got to make sure I keep everything in order here. Because I got to check. I'm going to look forward to checking this out. You know, that's a long gameplay thing, but I'll have to check it out. But yeah, like I said, I guess I could just... We could just kind of skip through. Okay, yes, you little goofy goober. Okay, let's check this out. What's with Link waking up in a bed? Link to the past, Ocarina of Time. Man, he's just trying to get some sleep, and everybody comes and bugs his ass. Contractual companion. All right, let's... Slosh, no towels, need sleepy. I like the little attack down there. It's just like a fist. Let's see. Banana dump. Oh, we got some Gorns making an appearance. I got the Deku. The music has an interesting mix to it. Like for a minute there, I even kind of heard some aspects of some of the Ocarina of Time soundtrack. I think it was like from the Deku Tree even. So the shield looks interesting. Ooh. That almost seemed dicey. Let's go. What do you got there, Link? You went through it too quickly! But bombs. He got bombs. Bombs are good. Ah, you missed one, you goober. Whoa, that seemed fast. Huh. The timer on dropping bombs is not very long. Okay, now it seems... What the hell? Like, the first time he dropped it seemed like it seemed really quick. Oh, wow, that was like on contact. Interesting. Wait, surely he could have used the arrow to hit that, right? Huh. Whatever. Well, like I said, it looks impressive, looks good. I'm definitely going to be interested in checking this out at some point. Okay. All right. Well, that's cool. If you're interested in checking it out, like I said, links will be in the description. It's in the chat currently for anybody that wants. Enjoy. I look forward to checking it out. Wow, that ate... Oh, God, that ate up a lot of time. So... Oh, damn it. So there, oh God. So yeah, there was one thing rather interesting that popped up when it comes to Nintendo. I think I got too into talking about Super Nintendo. So I started seeing floating around. Where is it? Ah, yeah, here we go. So I saw this in other places, but I also saw this with Cult Games, where we had the new president of Nintendo. Hang on. New president of Nintendo wants us to tell our stories, and this is the thing. Cult Games has had issues with their trying to release Great Rebellion on the Nintendo Switch, just as they were about ready to, suddenly got kicked off the eShop. He says, well, I have a story to tell. You won't believe this one. It's about how our game, The Great Rebellion, got kicked off the eShop with no real explanation one day before launch. But let's hear what the new president of Nintendo has to say. Oh yeah. Let me make there we go. All right. It's got a message for us. Got a message. So this is at the 15th Annual New York Game Awards.
Hi, everyone. It is great to be here. My name is Devin, and before anything else, I want to celebrate the New York Game Awards.
Oh, okay.
15 years of supporting the games industry, and in doing so, lifting up the voices, stories, and dreams of so many. This show connects people who are united by a shared belief that every dream matters.
No, it doesn't.
Everyone deserves a chance to do meaningful and creative work in game storytelling. The Playing with Purpose program supports the creators, the coders, the writers, and anyone else dreaming big to join this community and bring all that makes them unique. I'm excited to meet you.
Danger! Danger, Will Robinson! Danger!
And remember, like any good video game character, you're on an adventure, and every step you take matters.
Oh, Lord.
Gnarly bosses, sure, but also many good friends along the way who will support you, and powerful rewards for those who persevere. So keep believing, keep playing, and know that you truly belong in this game.
No, like nobody is not everybody's deserving, not everybody's owed, or whatever you want to throw out there. It's people with the passion, the drive, that really want to tell their stories and stuff like that. That's what drove everybody to want to tell a story, to want to design a video game. People that press the limits, press the mechanics of things. I mean, God, look at what we got with things like Mortal Kombat, with even, going from I can't even say it. It's just ridiculous. But, I just can't help but think, oh no, here it comes. Nintendo's in danger, folks. Lord Slash saying we've heard this song and danced before. Yes, we have. And like it is, Cult Games is definitely one. Like she says she wants everyone and anyone dreaming big to bring all that makes them unique. Wowee. I bet that also includes us and our big dream of releasing a game on Nintendo Switch, right? But she says she will support and give powerful rewards to those who persevere. So I am sure it will be all resolved in the end. And still, last I knew, they have not gotten their game back up and released. And even though they had originally got it all cleared and stuff like that. So that's not necessarily true. Now, is it? Not everybody's going to be allowed on your platform. Which, right? It's what the... Oh, God, what did the libertarians say on this one? It's private corporation. They can choose what they want. Well, all that bullshit. Hey, guess what, guys? That's what they're doing. They can make their decisions. Not everybody's welcome. The funny thing was, even back in the day, the way you knew you had a proper... not a proper, but like a Nintendo approved game was that seal of that Nintendo seal right there on the cartridge, right there on the box. How you knew it's officially, licensed and able to be on the Nintendo Switch. Otherwise, it might have been a spookier game or something. But yes. Captain Keeley, good morning, sir. Saying it's almost 1 a.m. here in Australia. LOL. What am I doing? What are you doing? Well, thank you for dropping by regardless. Like it is, when you got kind of the goofy speech like that coming from the new head of Nintendo, and I think she was originally part of marketing. So take that for what you will. Like Thomas Royal up on X here says, "Tell your stories, not like that." Mega Man NG, they're all hypocrites. That's the thing with all of this, and it's gonna be a very curious thing. What's gonna come from Nintendo in the coming years with their new president on the American side, Nintendo Japan. I hope you're keeping an eye out, but unfortunately, I also know you guys. You're kind of also like many, like being big Westaboos, you want that Western market so bad but I know there are some at least devs out there that are wanting to develop games for a Japanese audience and keep that as a focus, but those are exceptions to the rules at this point now, sadly. So even Japan is not without part of the collapse, folks. You can hope that they're going to do some good, but be warned. So that's just that little tizzy there. Lord Slosh says she was absolutely a diversity hire. She looked like a white woman, but I mean, what was the last name? What do we Devon Pritchard. Did we get a close? I don't know. I just get woman vibes, but other vibes, maybe at the deeper research. Captain Keeley says, "I'm going to bed. That's what. Have a good stream, Fractured." Well, thanks for dropping by, Captain Keeley, and have a very nice sleep. You earned it, buddy. Lord Slash says they wouldn't push it this hard of a presentation if she weren't. Yeah. Oh, fair. That's fair. That's what for the diversity hire. Yeah. Slosh says, well, diversity in the meaning of female representation. Fair enough. That's fair. Yeah, I didn't quite consider that part. So yeah, that's that on that little tizzy. That's weird. There we go. Whoa, but yeah. Lord Slash says women make up part of the diversity quota after all that. Yeah. I forget everything that goes into the whole diversity quota stuff sometimes. I just know that it's obnoxious, it's stupid, and God, I miss the old days so much. Back when it was just a bunch of passionate group of autists getting together to develop games, and people wanting to tell certain stories and what have you. Oh God. I mean, especially when you look at it, like we mentioned with Doom, look at that. The engine that they developed in particular for that game, and yes, you could call them old Doom clones, but I mean, some of those Doom clones or whatever you want to call them, they took that framework and they developed some awesome games. Especially like I can think of as Strife. And if you want to go to Cursed Farms, he did a great review on it. But I mean, it basically was like a mini open world action first-person shooter RPG sort of system going on with the dialogue and everything. Like they just took and expanded upon it, and that's what used to be the thing was would take something like that and just expand upon it. Everything now is just so like, I hate to say generic, but it's a lot of it kind of is, and you can really see where it's just basically kind of copying and pasting, and it's not really expanding on certain things. Now we just have these particular engines like Unreal, Unity, and stuff like that, and that's just, they just work within that framework, and then that's kind of it. Yeah, it's just, to me, it just seems so crazy. And it's like, and I don't know, like where even like for Mortal Kombat, I remember going through some of the like, creation of, but it's just like even something like that is where then they have the whole activation for finish him. doing the fatalities and stuff like that. I mean, all these sort of old the games that used to do more to press the boundaries, do more to kind of create different gameplay effects and stuff like that. And look at like Deus Ex, the original, like this texture effect where when you were far away from walls, it maybe kind of look a little plainer, but then once you got up closer, the detail would really pop out. So, Lord Slash, I miss Reggie. A lot of people seem to now, and I don't remember. That's a funny thing. Like, I don't remember like a lot of that stuff that went on for him being president and stuff like that. I just know there's a lot of love. So yeah. So that was that one. Let's see here. Maybe we'll hit one more. You know what? This one seemed like an interesting one to me. Oh, come on. Kind of breaking my own rules here already on the second episode, but oh well. Because I should be starting things to get into the game, but I want to at least tackle one more subject here. So this I thought was an unfortunate thing to discover. But a month after launch, Bully Online mod is shutting down forever, quote unquote, and being scrubbed from existence as dev assures that, quote unquote, this was not something we wanted. Bully Online's project lead previously dismissed concerns about legal trouble from Rockstar and Take-Two, but if this is what it looks like, he may have spoken too soon. Bully Online project lead Swigta has announced that the ambitious mod, which added online functionality and a ton of other GTA Online type stuff to Rockstar's cult classic, has been shut down permanently just 1 month after it launched. Virtually all traces of the mod and its source code have been scrubbed from the web, with Swigta strongly suggesting some outside force had something to do with the abrupt shutdown. Now, I gotta imagine there is at least somebody out there that has the game downloaded still, and I would imagine there could be people that could backwards engineer or reverse engineer or crack into the code and get what they need to out of it. So I can imagine it's not completely gone, but you know. So, quote, the Bully Online project is shutting down. Thank you all for playing, reads an update on Swigta's official website. No other information was given, but Insider Gaming managed to dig up a screenshot of some messages that a member of Swigta's team shared to Discord, and there's a little more information there. None of it is good for fans of the project. Quote, the Bully Online project is shutting down forever, which unfortunately means all the following is going to happen in 24 hours. Our official Bully Online server on swigta.com will be shut down. Development of scripts for Bully Online will stop. Source code will be removed from swigta.com. All our web pages referring to it will be removed. Launcher downloads will taken down, and all Bully Online account data will be permanently deleted, reads one message. Now, this part is key. The team member then said Swigta is preparing to make a video announcement with more details, but for now, no, this was not something we wanted. I don't want to assume too much, but that really stinks of cease and desist. Yeah, it really does. Swigta brushes off concerns over Rockstar and Take-Two's lawyer back in October, pointing to the fact that the mod required a legal copy of the game to work and didn't compete with any existing Rockstar products. That said, it's worth pointing out that while a fully free version was in the books, Bully Online had a paid Ooh, early access. That's where you get into trouble, guys. This is where you can get into trouble. If you're having paid entry fees like this on a project like that, unless you're like just saying, oh, donations, that's kind of like a gray area. But if it's saying paid early access, that's where you get into trouble. Now, a release that may have drawn scrutiny from the IP holders' lawyers. It's too early to say what happened for sure, but it sounds like we'll find out fairly soon. And when was this article? January 14th, so not his last week that this dropped. Oh, yeah, that's right. And I got kind of annoyed because I didn't see it originally. But, this is as far as I knew, too, there's a lot of mods for Rockstar games. But there's always those certain projects and projects like this that they go after, which is so stupid because it doesn't gain you any favors with the community at large. At most, this ends up just pissing everyone off, especially. And I remember mods like this getting the shutdown back in the day. Like, I still wish we had gotten it. And it was looking insanely cool, which was a Chrono Trigger mod for Morrowind that was being made, and they were kind of rebuilding Chrono Trigger within Morrowind, and oh god, it looked phenomenal. The character models for Chrono, for Magus and stuff like that, and they even had Magus's castle built up. They had Frog and everything. It was looking so good, but Square came in with that banhammer, that cease and desist. Nintendo is notorious for this as well. Mod projects, like with another Metroid 2 remake, and anything related to their product, that hammer of cease and desist comes down real freaking fast, and it doesn't really endear people to the companies when they do stuff like this, and that's why, love them or hate them, it's like Bethesda. They know that they can get away with, like, basically at this point too, putting out broken ass games, but the modding community is so passionate for their games because they have such freedom to do certain things that they come in and they'll fix things before Bethesda does and make some incredible mods, and they're allowed to do so for the most part. It's just unfortunate that they chose this path. And I remember also, there was a mod for Red Dead Redemption 2 that was going to expand upon the John Marston section when it switches over after Arthur. Spoilers, I guess. But it takes over, and then it would eventually transition to playing Red Dead Redemption, their first game, with Red Dead Redemption 2. The gameplay from that and the graphics and all that sort of stuff, which was looking really impressive there. But again, Rockstar, Take-Two, whatever, came in and shut that down as well. It's an unfortunate thing. And, I mean, in this instance, too, it sounds like they got themselves into a little bit of iffy territory with that paid early access stuff. But I remember hearing about this project early on, and I wanted to check it out, but I never got around to it, sadly enough. And I wish I had, but now, that's what happens when you procrastinate on certain things. You don't get to check out these certain mods. So that's completely on me on that one, but oh well. So I guess I should have looked into this too, just to see. But let's see if the website has anything. So was that swagta.com? Did I put that in right? Oh, no, I didn't. Whoops. I was like, oh my god, the site's shut down too. See if there's a video on it. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. So, here's the funny... Oops. Hang on. Where did it go? There we go. So there's going to be an announcement today at some point. Video coming soon. I will make a statement about the recent shutdown on the 21st. Swagta. Let's see if there's anything up there. Really quick. Ah. Okay. All right, so nothing new for today, unfortunately. I guess that's the problem with me going live early in the morning. But here's the Swagta Guys channel. I'll have to maybe check that out later. I can do a follow-up next week and find out what the guy says about the whole matter. Oh, God. He despises certain mods. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no. What could the mod be? Saving the school. Gary's story. Oh, God. Oh, God. But yeah, so that's that little saga there. It's unfortunate, and I might do a follow-up next week just to see what's going on. Oops. Wrong one. There we go. There we go. So, for now, that is all she wrote. Okay, I hope everyone's doing well so far. Like I said, a lot of Nintendo talk this morning. I kind of had a feeling it would be with the SNES talk. And then I had the Ocarina of Time and everything like that. Let me put in the swagta.com. There we go. I'll even make a note. Follow up next week. There we go. All right. And I also got to make a quick other note. I'm trying to get a little more organized when it comes to this stuff. I was horrible with managing things, I'd say, with Saturday Night Sith for sure. But with this little live stream here, I've been trying to get a little better on things. Trying to get a little better. Where did I put that? Top fives? No. Where do I have? I got so much. I gotta, again, organize a lot better. Da, 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 da. There it is. Donations. Just want to kind of make a quick little note here. All right, Lord. I don't know why I'm deciding to do this now. All right. I think I did that right. There we go. Cool. All righty. Now for the main event. This recommendation for this game in particular was from last week on the Twitch side. Had a viewer... Okay. Had a viewer named Oukeef that suggested this. This is for Star Wars Galaxies Emulator. This is the CUEmu. And it says, welcome to our passion project dedicated to bringing back and revitalizing the combat upgrade era of Star Wars Galaxies. If you want to hear a little more of me talking about this, the history of these different revitalizations or reorganizations, or basically like almost not remakes, but Certainly changes to Star Wars Galaxies. I talked about that last week while I was playing on the Star Wars Galaxies Awakening server, so you could by all means check it out. Anyway, originally introduced in April 2005, and when I checked it last week too, it lasted for 6 months, which was bizarre because I could have sworn it lasted longer than that. Combat Upgrade, often referred to as CU, was a pivotal point in the game's history. It transformed the core combat mechanics, balance, and progression in ways that we believe was a step in the right direction. So this was something I definitely didn't talk about last week on that. Yes, I would probably say so, because the one big thing about it was that they made it more accessible, that you could really have different looks for your armor set. Like you could get armors that were looking very I remember one outfit was kind of referred to as the ketchup bottle. And I'm trying to remember what that armor was. It was like the padded armor, I think. But yeah. But the great thing was that you could design up basically looks and have the right stats and stuff like that, because back in the original system, it was basically like you had tiers of armor, and the best armor, just other than the Mandalorian armor that you had to go through the Death Watch bunker for, was the composite armor. Looks very cool too, but that was kind of like the pinnacle. And you saw almost everyone running around in it because it all had the best stats and stuff like that. And some people kind of mixed it up with clothing armor, but the Combat Upgrade brought clothing armor and stuff like that much more to the forefront. So you could really have like your casual look and then your battle look. So it gave you that more RP kind of feel too. Not that everybody didn't already do that with, I think, the clothing enhancements and stuff like that, but this is where it really took off. And yeah, that was kind of in the right direction. Our goal is simple: to recreate and preserve the combat upgrade experience as faithfully as possible, allowing longtime fans to relive cherished memories and new players to discover the magic of this era. Why the combat upgrade? More balanced gameplay. The combat upgrade brought significant changes to professions, abilities, and combat, with an emphasis on role balance and strategic engagements. It offered thrilling group content and a different combat style, branching from the roots of the pre-CU combat while not being overly simplistic to the likes of the NGE. That was the thing, was that they still had kept all of the classes and stuff like that. Those were still intact, basically. So you still had your plethora of different jobs to take on if you wanted to. And it worked out perfectly. No destruction of character development. Unlike later changes in the NGE, the combat upgrade retained a layer of depth in character development, keeping skill point allocation and complex profession path options that allowed the game's unique vision to remain intact, while also changing the combat for the better to fit the evolving MMO genre at the time. Step in the right direction, whether it's forming spontaneous spin groups, large group AoE mission running. This is what I do remember doing. On Dantooine or defending guild cities, the CU era fostered a tight-knit community. It's these shared adventures and triumphs that have stood the test of time. Additionally, the inclusion of new content, Kashyyyk and Mustafar specifically, was the game desperately needed to keep players engaged. Yeah, that was the big thing. Doing the Kashyyyk quests, the hunting trails and stuff like that did add that extra flair, which was nice, especially then when you got like the hunting trophies for taking on certain creatures, because like it was, you had your houses that you could design and decorate however you wanted, and that added that extra cool flair to put the head of a creature that you'd hunted right up on your wall in your virtual house, along with any weapons and stuff like that that you may have earned, or however you decorated your home. That was the cool part for it. Mustafar specifically was that what the game desperately needed to keep players engaged. Client features. CU client has a additionally capable, such as anti-aliasing, support for other shader types, lighting, and various other additions that allow for enhanced visuals and content support. Our approach, SWGMU Core 3 is built upon an Core 3, so CUEmu Core 3 server software by utilizing a tried and true code base as a stepping stone for bringing back the combat upgrade. We've inherited over 15 years of work towards development of pre-CU emulation. This has provided us the ability to, over the years, work on the CU version of the game while merging in updates from the base pre-CU game where applicable, allowing us to focus on mostly combat upgrade specific features. Authentic recreation. We strive for an accurate representation of the CU rule set from skill progression to combat calculations, ensuring an experience that feels just like the original. This being said, we also do not believe in implementing things broken. If something didn't work during live, it will eventually work here, although likely with marginal effects. Community focused. The strength of Star Wars Galaxies has always been its community. We're committed to fostering a welcoming environment where guilds can grow, crafters can flourish, and adventurers of all playstyles can find a home. How quaint. Ongoing development and refinement. While we aim for authenticity, we remain open to adding quality of life improvements and fixes that align with the spirit of the CU without compromising the charm and game mechanics that define this era. CUEmu's goal is to replicate Publish 23 specifically while sprinkling in select changes from Publish 24. While some changes were for the better, others were game-breaking and silent preparation for the new game enhancements. That would later completely alter the state of the game. And then we'll just take a look really quick at the project status, which for the most part, they've got a lot of things in the green. So green, features have been implemented and is usable, may require fine-tuning. Orange, feature has been partially implemented and is mostly usable, requires further testing and polishing. Red, features in planning or development stages. Okay, so for your character, everything's basically in, minus the tutorial planet selection, which isn't a big deal. Skill mods and tutorial are still in the work. It's in, I guess, but they're still testing. Jump to light speed. Cool. All right. What was that again? It was orange. So a feature has been partially implemented. So yeah, some stuff partially implemented, but everything else, we got the economy going. The missions are for the most part in, just maybe quests. Some quests are still being worked on, but they're in. Oh, you got the Padawan trials. Okay. The FRS, the village. Oh, God, the village. The village I never quite got to myself. I was still grinding some of the XP for that. And that's where the ECU, you got into the big groups and did the group grind and stuff like that. I was still trying to get there, but I never quite peaked. We got the buffs in. Fantastic. That's definitely a must. Combat features. Looks like a lot of things are in. Just the behavior tree AI implementation still is in, but being worked on. Creature spawn same, layers same. So they're in, but they still need some tweaking. They're not polished yet. Space mining is still in the developmental stage, which, I mean, if jump to light speed is still kind of like iffy, that's probably fine. Creature crafting, so that's, I believe, for your creature handler stuff. It's in, but still we're in the works. Got the loot table going, but again, still needs polishing. Otherwise, looks okay. So that's right. The professions, thankfully for me, not an issue, unless I was deciding to go creature handler even on this server. It's there, but it still needs work. Same with shipwright, squad leader, but everything else, I got my Terrace Kasai. I don't know how to pronounce it, but also the Jedi Village is in. I could guess that was a lot of people wanting that one. Miscellaneous stuff. So armor attachments, clothing attachments, cybernetics, Kashyyyk quests and dungeons are in, but still in the works, and planning stages for Mustafar quests and dungeons. But it's cool that they got Kashyyyk going for the most part. Kashyyyk wasn't bad. It was like they said, starting the right direction. We finally got some new planets to explore. The only thing that kind of sucks is I would have liked to have the ability to put a house on Kashyyyk. That could have been cool, but all right. All right, now let's get this game going. We may go a little bit longer today, just because I just kind of lost track of time of what was going on. Okay, let me make sure I got my game all set up here. Okay, good. Launching game. Trials of Obi-Wan. Oh, Christ almighty. What did I put in for... Trying to remember what I put in for my login now. God. What did I do? Okay, I think I know what I did. Ah! Oh, Christ almighty, what did I do? Don't tell me. Seriously, what the hell did I do? Oh no. Normally I write so many things down and make sure I have it set. Sorry about this, folks. I just want to get logged in first, and then I will switch the game over to for everybody to see. I have a Twitch clip playing. What? Oh. Okay, let's see. Did I not set it to this email? Bizarre. Oh, that reminds me, I have to get back with, I had to harass, Night Dive for my damn busted up book. Still gotta bug him. And oh yeah, now I'm also waiting for anybody that saw me mention it, I think on X, I'm waiting for now the Godzilla tree topper. They were telling me that it's supposed to come into port soon. I've paid it off, so as soon as it comes in, I should be receiving it, albeit a little bit late. But I still have my tree up, so. Oh, Christ almighty. What did I do? How did I forget this? God dang it. It's Marvel Rivals. Why am I... Lord Slosh, you're still waiting? For which one? Oh, man. I'm sorry. You know, it's all good. If you're talking about the Godzilla topper, I guess it's them just kind of trying to wait for things to get into port. Did I do my usual login then? There we go. No, registration currently disabled. Please come. God dang it. No, I would have done it as Sorry about this, folks. Well, this isn't made very easy. But I'm... There we go. Okay. Alrighty. That was obnoxious. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's turn that down just a bit more, just because that Star Wars music hits it. So again, just kind of like a brief overview. They've got all the different races of Star Wars for the most part, minus a few for the time. Big old Wookiees, Twi'leks, and they all have their different stats and stuff like that for their specific species. Although this looks a little more simplified in comparison to pre-CU era. They kind of focus things a little bit more. There's more plus and minuses going on that they let you know about, but all the classes are still here, or all the races are here. But I'm still gonna be a boring old human, because I like my humans. Human supremacy all the way. Ah! Make him a tall bastard. Torso. Let's make him nice and pasty like I am. Gotta give him that. I think this is why I kept the music on originally. Does it kind of interfere with the the Star Wars music? Oh, there's the weight. There we go. Yeah, for the most part, looking fine. Let's just give him different hair, for God's sake. I gotta give him some freckles. There we go. Definitely need the new hairstyle. Okay. I know what. Let's let's give the. There we go. Eyes, no. Let's give him the blue. Sure. Nah, let's give him the blue eyes. All right. So, like I said last time, picking this can be kind of. This just says clothing selection now. And it's not really. Huh. Let me go back really quick. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but it's just like. Oh. I'm used to the other one where it'll like swap to that character. But yeah, let's go with that little jacket look. There we go. Fractured filter here. What? So if you can't see this, it says, "We're sorry, but we do not allow characters to be created using the names of major Star Wars characters or planets from the Star Wars universe. Please select another name and try again." Are you kidding me? Fractured filter? I mean, it's like a compliment almost. But what? I am not using a Star Wars character name. What? Okay. Are you kidding me with this? All right, this is not off to a good. I'm already off to a bad start with this game. I forget my password. That's on me, at least. That's on me. Let me just characters in Star Wars with fractured or filter as a name. This can't be why. This can't be why. So with this like really quick Google the AI overview, just using that, based on, I'm just gonna turn off the music. Gotta rework my damn deck. Based on the provided search results, there are no established Star Wars canon or major Legends characters named Fractured or Filter. Fracture is a special ability used by Grand Admiral Thrawn in Star Wars Galaxies of Heroes. Fracture Tradition is the title of a Star Wars Jedi Survivor episode. Filter appears in the search results only in the context of TikTok filters or AI-generated fan-created content. What is going on here? All right, let me just try it as just the full name. Okay. Are you for real? Bug report. God, I just wanted to seriously fractured filter. We're sorry. Let's see. So what should I do? I mean, I guess I could do a generated name if that'll appease the gods, but I'm gonna, let's see. Wolfzig Kraus. Let's see if that'll let me in. There we go. I'll try and contact them and be like, guys, why? Please note, you are limited to creating one character per hour. Attempting to create another character or deleting your character before the 1 hour timer expires will reset the timer. Well, good to know. Ah, good. It dropped me out in front of a... Oh, God, that's right. I forgot that they, even in this, they changed Mos Eisley. Because here was like, they had more of a big wall and everything. All right, let's see what I got for mail. Oh, we got the rebel bitches trying to attention, all free pilots. The Rebel Alliance needs you. You don't know me. My name is Japai Breck. I'm a new pilot coordinator for the Rebel Alliance. I think with that name, they're possibly Twi'lek. My apologies for jamming your incoming email and attaching this viral communique. But it's what I have to do if I want to stay alive. You are receiving this message because our comm scans indicate you have been the target of an Imperial Navy recruitment effort. Empire all the way, baby. Please, before you make a terrible, irreversible mistake, consider joining the Rebel Alliance and becoming a champion of freedom, peace, and tolerance. You are terrorists, sir. Terrorists. Come to Corellia. You will find me there. Or visit your local Rebel Alliance pilot trainer. I need to stay on the move, but if you act quickly, you can meet me in the park preserve across the street from Trina Starport. Hang on, let me at least turn down the music. Let's see. Freelance Pilots Guild. Greetings, fellow pilot. Oh, why are you starting it off like that there? Oh, no. I am Gil Burton, founder and president of the Freelance Pilots Guild. By the will of the Emperor, our private pilots organization has been disbanded. Although this does significantly affect the economic status of free pilots throughout the galaxy, the wisdom of our beloved Emperor cannot and should not be challenged under any circumstances. They really... What? Since we received the order, we have worked diligently to place our pilots within honorable organizations and support the Empire and its good works. I'm quite proud to say that literally all of our constituent members have been offered paid positions within the Naboo Royal Security Forces, CORSEC, and a handful of independent shipping organizations. Of course, all top skilled pilots should find their home in Imperial Navy, prosecuting the war against the dreaded rebellion. Those who do not meet the criteria for joining the Imperial Navy should come see us. We can get you placed in a job where you are paid well for doing what you love to do. We are holding pilots reception at the Bestine Hotel on Tatooine. Please come by and chat or visit member of Freelance Pilots Guild near you. See you. We got the Office of the Imperial Navy, and of course they've got plenty of stations to go to. Your obligation to the Imperial Navy. Dear citizen pilot, it is a dark time for those who cleave to the pillar principles of the Empire. Without heroic intervention by citizen pilots such as you, the Horde Rebellion could prove to be the final undoing of our civilization, our liberty, our very lives. Hired killers have taken aim against the selfless agents of our government and have threatened to plunge us headlong into anarchy. Moreover, sensing their despicable opportunities in the rebellion, vast armies of corrupt criminal pirates, smugglers, and assassins have banded together to further tear the fabric of imperial decency. Your emperor needs you, your courage, your skill. Several of our most capable pilot recruiters, excuse me, sorry, recruiters have been dispatched to educate and inform all citizens of the galaxy who have the mettle to fly for the Empire. Commander Gunham can be found on the steps of Bestine Capitol building, willing to offer his time and his wealth of experience as a pilot recruiter. Also, Commander Zanks has volunteered to spread the word in Corellia. You will find him welcoming new recruits in the lobby of the Corvella Hotel. And finally, our key recruitment officer, Commander Landau, will be on duty at the steps of Theed Palace until further notice. Visit these recruiters or your local Imperial pilot trainer today. Admiral Silas Vecken, Chief of Imperial Navy Recruitment, Office of the Imperial Navy. Let's go. And then just a general welcome to Star Wars Galaxies note there. All right. All right, let's see what they've got me kind of in first. Novice Artisan? Why would I surrender that? Okay, Novice Brawler, that's fine. Oh, they just slapped you with all the... I don't... Novice Marksman? No, I don't need that. I think I'll keep the Novice Medic for now. But at least I got Brawler and Scout. Like I said last week, terrain negotiation is still an important thing, I believe. Yes, terrain negotiation. That'll help you get over terrain. Freelance pilot trainers. Medic. Scout trainer. Marksman. That's cool. Got all the little weapons right there. And this is the Brawler trainer. Okay. Yeah, like I said, they opened up this area in this edition. Spynet operative. Now my question becomes... Now, this I'll say is the thing I did like with the... and I guess you could say it's a bit of a crutch. But I did like that they gave you the little buff terminal just to kind of get you going. Let's see. Do they give me... Okay, so they do give you a land speeder. Generate vehicle. No, it's marked me as a newbie. If they only at least gave you a vibro knuckler to get you started out with the hand-to-hand stuff. Oh well. Move that over there. So I kind of forget how. Wow, the payments are a lot different. Although I don't have any buffs, so that does change things. A Ronto lair. I'm trying to remember because there's stuff that is less aggro and also less dangerous at times. I don't remember if Rontos are beetle lair. Sand beetle lair. Let's start with the Rontos. We're just going to start with one mission and see how that goes. As you can see, we got the little mission objective up there. That makes that nice and easy. Some, like it is, like it was. There were some good changes to the UI and everything when it came to the combat upgrade. There were some good things. Why are those guys possibly hostile? You know what, Jawas? When I get strong enough, I will come back and kill you. You filthy little creatures. All right, we're going to have a little bit of a drive here. Oh, yeah, and I brought it up last time. This is the vehicle garage. This is where you can... This is the place, the sort of places you'll come to. If your vehicle is damaged too severely, you can come here, pay to get it repaired. And all that. I'm really disappointed. I just wanted to have my fractured filter name in this, but... I like I said, I might have to bug them. I'll go into the Discord and be like, guys, is there like a way you can just like rename my character, or am I gonna have to like recreate them? Because I was just wanting to use fractured filter, and I got the goofy, alert. You cannot do this. Your name is taken by a Star Wars character. Oh, that's right. Okay, so that's the thing that they did introduce with the combat upgrade. So pre-combat upgrade, it was nebulous. You didn't have a level necessarily. Yes, you gained the skills and stuff like that and would build your character and everything. That's how it went. But that was kind of also the danger aspect too. If you got into like guild wars or just decided to duel somebody, you didn't necessarily understand their level, their class and stuff like that. You didn't know what you were up against necessarily, unless it was like an NPC or something usually, or unless like maybe you scanned them and got some details, but otherwise, and like saw their badges, because that was an indicator of what they've probably done throughout the game, and that would usually show in the bio. But in the combat upgrade, that's where now they introduced the leveling system. So so I'm starting out at level 1. Creatures are showing as levels. We got level 1, either level 1 creatures, level 9 creatures, and stuff like that. Well, I'm seeing more people so far, even early in the morning like this, than I was on the Awakening server, which is but I did see, I mean, there was activity in their Discord and stuff when I checked it out. That was just so bizarre that I couldn't find anything on the market. Oh, we got an artisan out here. Master artisan at that. Like it is. Put away that vehicle. Oh, level 4, level 3. Ooh. But yeah, the combat upgrade is what introduced this aspect of it. The having levels to creatures to, like in the pre-CU, like, yeah, you still kind of had like the red and stuff like that kind of indicated that they were more dangerous or slightly less dangerous and stuff like that, but you just didn't know for sure. Okay. All right, I seem to be handling this okay. Harvest that hide. I'm still dizzy. Like I said, there was this. I'm remembering slowly but surely how the combat upgrade worked. All right. And also, I could have sworn there was still I could still have the queue of attacks, but it doesn't look like it. Because I know people still made macros in this. Because this was where, especially, people had developed macros for just auto-following the groups that they got into and would basically, away from keyboard, AFK farm. And it would annoy some people. And they would kick those people from the groups, usually. You know, like, it's also like, especially once they realized it, they would like abandon them in the middle. I remember we did that to, I think, a couple of people that were just using the group for AFK farming with their macros, and we're like, fuck you, fuck off. Oops. I've been trying to keep a little, I've been trying to kind of watch the language. Oh well. Pretty sure we're over we're over 2 hours. Harvest that hide. Look at this. That goes into the scout. That's always good. Let's see if I can show pop-up help for Windows notifications. Enable Windows and key in full screen. Oh, the different UI palettes. I forgot to look at that last time. Alpha blue. There we go. I like that one. Oh, what's there some of these? Window? Piss off. Ooh, Dark Jedi. There we go. Okay. Oh, let me get the music back, actually. There we go. Just since I turned down the Star Wars music so much in game. All right, so medic, brawler. All right, we're center of being. Wow, that early? Center of being is kind of like a self heal. For the combat, for the melee class. Okay. Like it is, not bad. And this was also where they got more design for the icons that would go in your toolbar and stuff. You can say it was a little plain, a little basic in pre-CU era. And it's funny, I still have some old screenshots too from the combat upgrade days, and you can see the toolbar and everything. Maybe I'll share those online. I'll share those on X or something again. Like I said, I could have sworn there was something that I could bring up for what you calls it, the little macro screen. Don't you dizzy me, Ronto. Harvested hide. All right. Again, you still got to be very careful here, because when they spawn, you'll piss them off. All right, there we go. Yeah, bring it on, you little bitch. I'll kill your baby too. What are that persons? So what that person doing over there is harvesting for either like they're just harvesting for resources on top of their on top of the harvesters that are already there. And like I said, those people can be very, very valuable in this old game. And people used to hire out people for their lots and stuff to put down more harvesters. Be able to get more crafting materials when it came to either doing stuff for housing, weapons, armor, and everything like that. Is there even anything to loot? Oh, there we go. I'm like, why am I not getting the hide thing? There we go. I've been collecting that leathery hide from you creatures. Let's see. Let's bust out the survival knife since I have. Show experience monitor. Oh, that must have been where it was. Last week when I was trying to look for that in the pre-CU server. And I don't know why. I was having a damn time trying to find it. There we go. So, unarmed one. Boom. One-handed. Boom. Two-handed. Where is it? There we go. And pole arm. And then for scout, exploration. Okay, so exploration fundamentals is already there. You know what? I like this theme, but at the same time, it makes things a little difficult to read, so I'm switching it out. Like I said, I like it, but it's a little difficult to... There we go. Read some of the stuff. Was it Protean or no? Oh wow. Ugh. Destroyer. There we go. That's good. Yeah! Yeah! I stab at thee! This should be one-handed experience. Oh, that's right. And I remember Pikeman was a really good class to be, Master Pikeman, because the area of effect skills, if I remember right, were just insane. Especially because then you had like a sweep attack, a big area, an AoE area of effect that just like was massive, and it would help draw in all of the NPCs that you're grinding and just be able to wipe them out. So it's either that or the Terrascasi, but I think Polearm was like a little bit better for it. Yep, that was one-handed. But I remember that for grinding the different layers. Now is that having the polearm was fantastic for it, and they'd have those people that were designed for that ability to just take it on and do it and be able to just like pull all the aggro. Okay. What are you doing all the way over there, you goofy goober? Don't you know your poor little hovel over there is under attack? Shouldn't you be closer to it? One-handed experience gained. There you go. Get on it, champion. I start to wonder if they're like, for this server, it's like, no screen names. We need you with actual like character names for the RP experience. I'm just trying to think of anything, the reason why I could not use fractured filter now. That's bugging the hell out of me. It's so bizarre. So bizarre. Oh, I should turn up the game music. That's really low. There we go. I wish I realized that a little bit sooner. Whoopsie. Here, I'll just turn off the background music entirely for Star Wars here. As much as I would love to have it playing without interruption, which sucks because I love the Star Wars soundtrack so much, but oh well. Them YouTubes, they get a little finicky now. They get a little finicky. I'm being careful here because I don't want to. It's probably like, well, why aren't you just attacking the damn thing completely? It's like, I have to be very careful with this. Because at any minute, you can get swarmed by the lot of them. Ah, here we go. Going down, you big dinosaur. No, if Slosh is still here, the from Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, the Heisei era. Take that, you dinosaur. Ah! I'm still suffering the effects of dizzy. And the funny thing with that movie, too, with that Godzilla movie too, is that prior to that, there's the time machine ship that goes flying over the soldiers because they go back to World War II era to this island where Godzilla originated. And God, it's so goddamn cheesy. But they do this whole thing where because they think it's a spacecraft, which naturally you would. Doesn't surprise me, a UFO. But the two characters that are there they'll say how nobody will ever believe it, but he's like, it'll make it. The commanding officer's like, it'll make a great story though. Hey, it's like Captain Spielberg or whatever. I'm like, oh, it's like Jesus, man. Or Major, I forget what the rank of the guy was, but it was supposed to be that link to Steven Spielberg. All right, we got one-handed now completed. Now let's work on the pole arm. Although I guess I should have gone to do a two-handed weapon. Oh well. Okay. There's some more scouting XP. I hit his butt. What is that? Oh, that's for, I think, a marksman, so I'll just remove that. Use this command to immediately stop following. Oh, I don't need that right now. This will allow you to automatically follow somebody without having to control your character, and I'm not going to need that either. But that's first run, stand, so if in case you get knocked down. And then, what's that? Sit. Okay. I'm not going to need sit. Stand is a possibility, and burst run is good in case I need to suddenly book it from an enemy. Give me that hide. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm trying to think of just some other good little tales to tell when it comes to Star Wars Galaxies, but I can't. I'm trying to think of some other funny. Just some, like I said. Oh God. Okay. So it was probably around this era, if not still during the pre-combat upgrade time. A buddy of mine, the one who introduced me to the game, he was one of those guys that played as a female character, although being a dude. I think we did kind of make fun of him later on. But God, and I believe he LARPed it too. Like not LARPed, but he RP'd it. He role played the whole thing. And I don't think he ever told anybody, at least certainly outside of the Starfleet Command Ops guild that we were in and stuff. He kept it under wraps. God. And he did get in game involved with other player characters, other players in a sense. Oof. And there was one in particular that I remember happening, because the thing is too is that there's a whole thing in the game too where you search the lair. You begin searching the lair for creatures. Oh, why did I never think to do that? But you didn't find anything of interest inside the lair. Gotcha. But you could get married in game. They had a little thing where there were actual married couples that played the game, and they even did like basically like almost like renewing vows sort of thing, but like they then did marriages in the game just to kind of like do the whole role play of that. He got into some shenanigans for sure, and whatnot, which we were just always like, what the fuck? What the hell, man? And there was one in particular that he had this whole thing with, and I think eventually, like once time had passed too, and we kind of stopped playing, and we came back. Or if this was before, I forget, but I just remember that my buddy he'd been given access to the guy's house, so he had complete access, and the dude had like some serious like materials and stuff like that. I think for like the Jedi stuff in particular, for crafting and whatnot, and due to time and everything, people kind of fluctuate, either leave games and stuff like that, and just ended up robbing the dude blind. And I'm trying to remember, I think the guy eventually came back and even tried to confront him, but like, did you take my shit? And I think denied it and stuff like that. But I mean, it was dude, there was some wild stuff that would happen sometimes in this game, and that was just so freaking hilarious and bizarre on top of it, because that was just such a weird experience and a weird idea to me too. Was this whole like role-playing aspect. Like I just kind of treated it as me sort of thing. And so like that was that. My character is my character. I didn't really like get into a role, I guess. So it was always, and they, like I said, wild stuff got involved with people. I mean, we were of age and everything, but still weird because, I mean, there were young people that played this too. And even pre-combat upgrade with us, kind of like barrier to entry as it was, like people figured it out, no problem. So it was interesting for sure when those sort of stories cropped up. I'm like, oh my god, dude, like seriously, there's a whole role play of some hanky panky. You got involved with that, did you? And it was I don't know if it was catfish, because the intent was not to rob the dude. That was just it. It was not the intent. It just happened to be an end game sort of thing. I'm like, holy fuck. Like I said, wild stuff shenanigans were abound for sure. Excuse me. What? Oh, I forgot about these. Hang on. You are free to search me, GK703. Are you done? Move along. Move along. Scan is complete. No contraband discovered. You're just doing your duty, sir. I understand. For the Empire. For the Emperor. Now the question becomes, can I get the training? Can I level up? I'm interested in learning skills. 1,000 credits still? Oh, I got cash. Okay, cool. Converse. Interested. Boom. Yes. All right. Let's go. So yeah, center of being. This command will cause your character to focus on avoiding combat blows. Oh. This will only apply when you are wielding a melee weapon. Oh, okay. Let's get that one-handed lunge. Boom. Let's see. One-handed lunge. This melee attack causes an extended range potential. All right, now it should be fine to pick up two. Now that I kind of understand things again. Ooh, it looks like I've taken a bit of You know what? Sometimes it's just better just to get out of the vehicle. Just put that away. So, like I said last week with pre-CU, you can suffer wounds and battle fatigue. Battle fatigue, you'd get back down by going and listening to or watching a dancer or a musician. Wounds should just be able to head into the doctor's place here, into the hospital. Should be able to get that down that way. Yep, see, wounds are now gone. And that's where definitely having Terras Kasi was useful, because with the self-healing, it also took care of wounds. Just gonna put the land speeder up here. Boom. Bada boom ba. Okay. Maybe we'll do these last couple of missions here. Bobcats, I think, were kind of obnoxious. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a better payout again. Mountain Dewback Lair. I think Mountain Dewbacks are good. They should be fine. I don't know if because sometimes like it is, some would group up and oh no, did I drop it? Oh no. Whew. There we go. Activate. Which direction was that going? Northeast. Okay. So it's usually good to still keep it in the same direction as the prior mission. Kind of keep it northeast and that. Let's see. Let's actually try and keep it in the northeast direction where I'm already going. Like it is, you could either go north or the east and be okay, but you want to keep it generally the same. This could be kind of the frustrating thing, is just trying to find a good payout with the right enemies in the direction you're trying to keep going. Oops. You know what? I'll just take this. Oh, that's right. Okay. I think this was the other thing that was the benefit to groups, is that going out in groups also helped. Wait, did I pick up the mission? Huh. Won't let me activate both of them? That's bizarre. If I remember correctly, now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, hey, I'm level 2 now. Cool. Brain, go blank. Grouping up. Grouping up is what helped for better payouts. So that was the advantage of finding, basically, like, you would do, that was the other thing, like, you basically be able to get into a group 2 and you could all be off in your different directions doing stuff. You didn't have to stay together. It helped, especially if you're like trying to just do like a kind of a not an AFK, but just like grind in general. Like I said, for the village grind for Jedi, just to get to that point could be kind of a grind. But yeah, if I remember correctly now, being in massive groups helped for the payouts as well. I want to say that was the case. I don't know if anybody will be able to correct me on that, either on the replay or right now, anybody in the chat, but I believe that was the case. Which kind of made soloing a little bit of a pain in the ass. And like I said, it's so goofy that I couldn't use the name that I wanted to use. And oh god, my brother definitely wouldn't be able to use Sheefster. Well, maybe. I don't know. All right. I don't remember if the Mountain Dewbacks are pissy or not. Ow. See, it's good getting something like that because this will be effective for across the board for Center of Being. So long as I have a melee weapon equipped. Keep that active. Oh, didn't work. There we go. If I have to, I'll burst run the hell away from this damn thing. I wonder if I could switch over to 2-arm really quick. Yep. Okay, cool. that center of being back on. There we go. Whew. Nothing to loot. There we go. Anything to loot? No? Alright. Harvest that hide. Bada boom ba! Alright, let myself heal. Let me see if there's slash set meditate. Yeah, that's I guess I could have kept the sit. All right. All right. Come on. Let's get you away from the pack there. I should have checked the cantina too. I should have seen if there were people doing buffs in there. Because no matter what, having those buffs are pretty handy. I wish they did with like the Awakening server and had the little buff station. But like it kind of is though. Like it's not as necessary, I guess, as it becomes in as it was in pre-combat upgrade era. Definitely helpful though. Definitely something to get because it is very beneficial. It boosts your abilities in a great way. So always good to have. Do you have loot? No. Well, that was still one of the things I think was being worked on. Implemented, just being worked on. Okay. Ooh, purple. Level 6. Come on. How dare you! Interrupted my center of being! Hey, get back here. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, let me also put the weapons in the toolbar because I think that'll make it easier for me to then unequip. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, since you're over here all on your little lonesome. Kind of. Yeah. Oh, you're the level 7. Let's go. Come on. Come on, big boy. Don't interrupt my abilities. How dare you, you schmuck. There we go. Ow. You earned combat experience. Why does that sound so general? I think it went towards my melee unarmed. Because that... Huh. Okay, yeah. So it's combat. Okay, yeah. Ooh, I'll get a new melee strike. Another center of being. Interesting. Leg sweep, bleed attack, armor break. Ooh. Sweep, another sweep attack, but for pole arm. Like I said, I remember right in like Pikeman, there was just a brutal. It's either master. It was one of these trees. Oh, maybe the improved spin attack. Yeah. That was just savage when you're doing your group ups and just to destroy a lair. Again, if somebody can correct me, please. My memory could always be a little goofy. But I'm pretty sure like that was the thing to go for early on if you wanted pikemen and also to do a bunch of stuff in the groups. Where'd you... I thought I had just one more. Oh, you're another level 7, eh? Come on. Come. The thing is, too, is like once you get further up and getting more for Brawler and then I just into Terrascasi, the moves definitely become a lot flashier and fun to watch. Right now, it is just so basic with your kind of slight punches and kicks when the animations do pop off. Otherwise, that could almost just be like a shin kick, like, eh. All right, nothing. All right, harvest that hide. We harvesting up in here. There we go. Get that center of being going. Center of being. Oh, that's yeah. Because now with the timers being the way that they are, like I remember people that was part of like some people getting like doing exploits to really like through the macros would really exploit the timers and stuff to such a precise nature, especially when it came into PvP player versus player stuff. There were some crazy people that had it all down to such a science. It was insane. Autism. Before we really knew what that was, or certainly before we really, was proliferated like it is, unlike it is now. Oh, see, this would be the danger. Okay, so Mountain Dewbacks are a no-go. Burst run did not work. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, so incapacitated. I'm okay. So that was okay. That was that was. Oh, back to shot. Why didn't I? Can I do that? Boom. Oh, whew. I could have been doing that. Shit. This healing ability allows with medical skills to heal themselves or a targeted player. So that was the other. So that's end duel. That's not ending the fight. So that was like another thing was that you could be, what was this, death blow, and some NPCs did that by default. As soon as they incapacitated you, would immediately death blow you. And that was also like kind of the thing to do when you were in Guild Wars or in PvP, player versus player stuff, to do that sort of thing. But I should have that knockdown recovery. Oh, maybe taunt from a distance. But yeah, some enemies would either off the bat off you, just kill you right then and there, or there's the like incapacitated, which could happen if it happened consistently like 3 times, then you'd be automatically death blowed. Still too far. I'm trying to keep my distance here. Come on, big guy. Come on. And then when you got incapacitated and death blowed, that also took a big chunk for your wounds, which I'm guessing now my wounds are probably more significant. Not bad. That won't take too long to just sit in the hospital for a little bit just to get healed back up. Okay. Let's just sit for a moment. See, then even when you sit, that's also what helps. So we'll just like get your health back up pretty quick. So right now, with the current wounds that I have, I have like it is minus 10 to my health so far. So because my max is 1050, right now it's at 1040. I got nervous there. I saw that one approaching. I'm like, uh-oh. And like it is, this kind of the danger sometimes with this game in particular is picking those right layers. Hey, get back here. So I thought. Little futter mucker. All right, I can now get some trade negotiation. All right, still got 3 more of these assholes. Level 3? Oh, okay. Something a little more scaled down for me. All right. Level 4 over here. All right, I was noticing you two getting a little too cozy, so I'm going to taunt you. Bring you on over here. All right, that should be far enough away. Oh, I wonder if, let's see. There was an ability, and I don't know if I have to, I'd probably have to get it through Scout. Yeah. Because there is an ability I believe you can get that's mask scent and meant to help help with aggro, basically. It's my wounds 12. Okay. Let's see. Scout. Is it in this? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So in the exploration, there's mask scent that you can get, and that helps with. Let's see if it even details it right here. Masks your scent from aggressive creatures for a short time. Yeah. So those are sort of things that can help too, especially when you're just kind of out driving around. Use do mask scent occasionally, especially if you're about to hit an aggro group, which they'll usually be all red on the mini map here. Hey, get back here. Who said you could run? Give me your hide, mother frigger. See what happens if I... No damage to heal. Okay. Maybe I'll try running off in a different direction with hopefully some better results. But like I said, I believe it has to be like a consistent like 3 round or so incapacitate for me to be completely effed. All right, come on. Do it! Okay, come on. I know any minute now. I'm no longer tired. Oh, I didn't realize I was to begin with. Oh, I didn't even realize I was tired. I'll be darned. No, any minute now they're gonna freaking pop out and just aggro me. Get all aggressive on me and kick my butt. Come on. Burst run is so much better in 3CU. Okay, so that little explosion is the marker for when they jump out. I should have realized that. Duh. But at least now I avoided them killing me completely. Well, Mr. Dewback, follow me. Yeah, I'm learning. Trying to remember the way these old systems used to work. Dizzy. Come on, you bastard. I know this is a little tedious to do, but it's kind of the life and times of being in an MMO, right? Doing the repetitive tasks. Oh, there's something I'm going to check really quick. Oh, have I not put them in the right area? Okay, so I've been trying to add emotes to Rumble. And I guess the custom ones that I've been putting in that are in my Discord have not been making it into the actual... I must have been putting them in the wrong Emotes. Let's see if I can just move them. Because I have been making emotes for the Discord that are a little more like more to the memes that we've kind of grown to. Oops, not memes. Like the Hammond's bush. And now it was thanks to Nightmare that I created the Fractured Blessed, which on the Melee Games Discord, they have the little blessed emote, but it's Alex Jones. But I just took that but made my avatar doing the same action basically. Okay, so let's see. Wait, I thought I just saw it. Hang on. So at least that's the cool thing with Rumble is that they do allow you to just add in your own emotes. Let me kind of reload that. There it is. So yeah, now there's the Fractured Bless over on the... I don't know if that's going to pop up. I thought I had it set to do that, but there you can kind of see it. So yeah, on the Rumble side, I'll start getting those all added so people can use those emotes as well. Because I have like the JC Denton with the throwing the soy food package, JC Soy. Let me get Hammond's Bush. So now those should... Just gotta reload again. No? What? Huh. Anyways, yeah. If you... Slowly but surely, I'm getting things set up. Did that not go through? Let's see. I just added them. Maybe it'll take a moment for them to actually go. But that one got added like right away, so I don't know what's taking that one so long. Oh, did I screw it up? Did I accidentally hit? No. I thought I accidentally hit subscriber exclusives, so they're not. Huh. Weird. I wonder why that is. Because they're all in the same size and format and stuff, so... Did I actually... Huh. Weird. Anyways. Whoops. Odd. I hope this is also going to the right. Why did it do a bunch of I didn't do it that many times on there. Weird. Anyways, let me get back to this. A little distraction, sorry. From the tediousness of getting this done. Come on, you big bastard. Ooh. Okay, give me that hide. And this is the thing, like, there's currently have 2000, but I believe also you gain, like, extra, just a kind of general XP too. And it can build up to a point. Like, you can't just completely, like, adding more. But I believe there is, like, a extra, like, leeway that you have for earning. Maybe I am just at the cap though. Maybe they do cap it off. Almost at that unarmed melee strikes 2. Or I guess unarmed 2 melee strike. Oh, so close. All right, this should be my last one for this layer. I think I have to reset the Social Stream Ninja settings. It got changed from the update. Which I gotta probably find a better way to update. There we go. Alright, let's switch to the weapon. To the one-handed. Oh, I did that. I didn't do half bad. So I stopped it at just the right time when that explosion hit, and they didn't put in any healing back into the layer. So I stopped it just at the right time. So now I get to just continue on from where I left off. No? Okay. I got scared there. I was pretty sure that was the last group, but I'm like, just watch. I'll get swarmed by another group. $682 has been placed in your account. Okay. Jeez. It is funny. We were listening to the Thrawn trilogy and just finished it. Now we're on to the Thrawn duology, and it's such a stark difference because they have I forgot who the narrator is for that version. It's such like a difference because now Mark Thompson did the Thrawn trilogy. And we're so used to his voices that he did for the characters in that one. Where Talon Card could have had this accent. And he would say, yes. And Captain Palin kind of sounded like this. Yes, sir. And now it's just such a difference when we're now onto this older, unfortunately abridged of the Thrawn duology. I've been looking on Audible and I'm like, there's some ones on here that are unabridged I might want to grab. Tasty. So chat, how are you doing this morning so far? So far, so good. Wednesday morning, although it sucks, probably a lot of you are. It's probably the bad thing about doing this early in the morning like this is that everybody's at work or something like that. Going off to your wagey cages. But I hope everyone's doing well this Wednesday morning. Now, if I remember right, if you're a creature handler, you can get these as a mount. Oh, look at that. Nice little flourish there. Aw, miss. I thought for sure these guys might have been a little bit aggro. But they're yellow on the map, so I guess that's why it's been okay. Lot easier to deal with these guys than it was the Mountain Dewbacks. The Mountain Dewbacks brought a little bit of heat. Can't lie there. But these guys are a little more easier to deal with, so I'll have to try and remember a Koopa. Nice, nice. I wonder if this will give me my one-handed XP. Or give me that full bar. Oh, here's gonna be kind of... Alright. Kind of stay... Letting his buddy get attacked here. Good little test. But here we have the Tatooine version of a Tauntaun. I mean, let's face it, that's basically what they are. Why don't you kick me? Bunghole. Not bad, not bad. Oh! That was quick. Are you guys just gonna let me attack your buddy? Yeah? Okay, cool. Thanks. I appreciate you. All right, let's go. Come on, de-aggro. There we go. It's taking its sweet ass time. It was taking its sweet time. You know, this will probably be a thing I decide on for this too, is that I'm gonna think about so I have a plan for next week as well, and it'll be showing off definitely the my plan is next week, and I'll probably say this again before I end the stream, that I'll be going on to the Star Wars Galaxies Emmy server Legends, which is the NGE new game enhancement version, and they've also, I think, taken a little bit of extra liberties here and there, but most part it's the new game enhancements, and they've also like added Bestine, or no, not Bestine. What? Why did I say Bestine? No, Cloud City, if I recall correctly. They added a new planet of their own. Which I don't know if it was said that it was in the designs to do it or not. I forget. But anyways, they've added things like Bestine, and they got a lot of the content from the NGE, which the NGE was very... That's where things got really loosey-goosey, especially like maintaining like certainly lore and continuity stuff. Like that's where they kind of started getting very like almost like some of the Eastern MMO stuff where they started having a lot of aesthetics things that you could put on your character that was a little out, that was in my, I would say probably out of place for Star Wars, but that came from the official team that they just, you know, and I think they may have expanded on a few things here and there. And of course that was where Jedi became just a class of its own, unfortunately, that it no longer had the same, you know, kind of, trying to think of the word here, but in these old systems, and I believe it is still for the combat upgrade as well, but pre-CU especially, Jedi had to stay hidden, and they had what was called the Viz, which is like, I think like a visual detection system, that if like NPCs or player characters especially saw anything hinting of Jedi, so if you accidentally left your character equipped with their lightsaber or something like that, you would be immediately put on the player bounty boards for player bounty hunters to take your quest and hunt your ass down. Because that was the whole thing. Like, this is the era of, you know, Empire, Darth Vader, especially hunting Jedi and everything. And Jedi were meant to be otherwise extinct. But Legends basically scrapped all of that, and you could go about doing whatever the hell you wanted all willy-nilly. So, and like I said, they made Jedi basically the melee class. They simplified so much down. You're going to see too, like going from stuff like this with all the professions that are here to just how toned down it all is. And so once I do that, and that also has, like, it is the linear story set up for you to progress through that. And so we'll do that. And then after that, I want to, maybe like put it to a vote. I'll probably do it on the YouTube side, and I'll link it out everywhere. For of the 3 different servers that I've played in, where would you like it to where would you like this to mainly take place? Would you like it to be pre-CU, CU, or NGE? So that'll be something I'll be looking forward to seeing. And then if not, if nobody really votes or anything like that, I'll just make a decision. Which might, I don't know, might be this server. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And maybe I'll even try and wrangle in my brother to join me for some of these. And maybe if anybody in this own little circle, because the Discord link is in the link tree. So if you find it on X, if you find Fracture Filter on X or anything like that, wherever I have it linked, the Discord link should be there for people to join in. And maybe have people in the community join in. I'll detail it in the Discord on how to get all set up. You found some eggs of some creature buried within the lair. Interesting. So can I... Did I not pick that up or anything? Huh. Interesting. Luckily, these guys aren't totally aggro. I can get away with now just kicking their butts. Oh, I'm probably going to be just close to earning that one-handed 2. Come on, de-aggro. There we go. Although I think I am maxed out on the Scout XP, unfortunately. Which is a shame. Because I could have sworn you could earn a little bit extra as you were going along. Ooh, like I said, I'm going to be close. Ah, damn it. I didn't mean to get the bones. I didn't want your bones, you unhealthy beast. All right. Just got a couple more to go. We'll kill these last couple of things, destroy the lair, head back into town, get trained up and everything, and that's where we'll probably call it a day. Call it a day. Is there still one more over there? Shit. Just one more to go. Then it'll be all done. Oh, dang it. I'm just almost there, too. Look at that. Almost there to that one-handed 2. Damn. Oh, well. I got unarmed, too. That's my main goal. As always, so... A wondrous Koopa! Bring it up, bitch! I will be your doom! Down you go! Ah, you were not enough. Disappointing, puppy. Very unfortunate. Oh well. All right, time to head back into town. And even that's kind of the other important thing that I probably should have kind of kept an eye on is the exact distance from outside of Mos Eisley, but oh well. Oh well. Doesn't look like I'm too. It's not too far, but still, it can be kind of. That's kind of the tediousness of it, especially before you start getting more of the levels in terrain negotiation. It makes things a little tedious trying to get back and forth everywhere. Wait a minute. Is this now the? Hang on. I gotta love that. You gotta love a seam tear like that. Oh, stay away. But okay, so in the NGE side of things, this basically becomes like a weird, so close by Tuscan little encampment. Which is bizarre to all holy hell. There's no way would Tuscans settle that close to a freaking town or be that close. They were really losing the plot by that point. It was sad, very disappointing. All right. I'm interested in learning a skill. Give me exploration fundamentals. Yeah, damn, it did cut me off. Oh, well. I desire to learn more. Yes. Ooh, feel that goodness. Now, I don't remember if that should replace... Yeah, okay. So I can... Boom. I think I remove that, and then boom. Boom. Let's get that two-handed. Pole arms. There we go. There we go. Cool beans. Okay, now let's head into the little doctor's place. Get all rested up. We'll watch those wounds just go right on down. Oh, wait, no, you can't really see. There we go. See, look at that, just counting down. Maybe, I think this is a lot faster than it used to be, too. Oh, wow, the wounds actually did more, because I said 1050 out of 1040. But, I mean, I was at 1075, and yeah, wow, what a decrease. See, those wounds can stack up after a bit. You gotta be careful. Gotta keep yourself good and healed, everybody. Yeah. Okay. All right, everyone. This has been a blast. Again, please let me know in the comments what you thought of the intro, or if I should do that more as a... Oh, there we go. Like this day in gaming sort of thing, but I'm picking my favorite games that came out in those particular years on the days. So the trailers that I'll put in there. But please let me know if I should keep it as an intro thing, or if I should maybe do it as an outro, or like a mid segment thing for the topics. So please let me know on that. And please tell me what you thought so far with the Star Wars Galaxy Combat Upgrade Emulator, and just of the topics in general. And let me know how you're feeling about the stream. Hopefully, Nerdy Neo, you're on the replay, buddy, because I saw you in the Melee Games chat bringing it up for seeing some of the clips. And also, please let me know if I should clip out maybe the gameplay segment, to feature especially, and maybe I will do that, but feature the Star Wars Galaxies Emulator servers, because one of them will become a permanent thing. So maybe I should do that just to kind of help when I do get the community requests. And remember the link tree in the descriptions if you want to follow on other platforms and stuff like that. We got our Discord link in there too, if you want to join our little budding community, as it were. But like it is, thank you everybody who showed up this morning. Greatly appreciate it. I know it's early in the morning and everything. It's wild. But so thank you very much to Nightmare, who dropped the comment before. I know he's more of a late owl, not a morning bird. So, but I appreciate you dropping the comment, sir, and everything. And thank you to Decrepit for dropping in. I missed this. He did say, getting ready for work. It's foggy as fuck in my neck of the woods. But thank you for being here for part of the conversation. Lord Slosh, thank you for dropping by. And dude, man, big thank you on the donation. Thank you very much. I've made the note of it and everything in my little spreadsheet. Dude, totally, really, thank you. Too cool of you, buddy. And that's the other thing. I got Ko-Fi, we got Rumble Rants and stuff like that. So if you want to support, fantastic. Because I do want to do some plans in the future for things, and just to kind of keep this as a rolling going thing. New York, Florida man. Hello. Yep. Sorry. Says, damn, I'm late. Well, if you want to, you could always roll it back and watch the replay. It's going to be there for you. But again, thank you for dropping by anyways. Much appreciated. It was a great time, great chat. And yeah, so please drop comments and all that jazz. Smash the like button. And if you like what we are doing here, please subscribe. Hitman and I are working on some things and everything. So keep an eye out. And otherwise, I'll catch you next week for another Respawn Roast Cantina. Thank you all once again. have a great morning, a great day, great afternoon, and all that. And we will catch you next week.